What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today what we're going to be talking about is how Classified hinted to Alpha Omega 9 months in advance. So basically, the trailer of Classified shows how the Ultimates group got from Shangri-La all the way to Classified. And during that time, Shangri-La took place during 1956. During 1963, Killer and Zone, Classified, and 5 all took place at the same time. The only difference between Classified and 5 is that what's called 5 took place during the day, while Classified took place during the night. And the way we know that it took place during the night is if you go to the teleporter, you can see that it's nighttime. So basically, this is where the whole story kind of starts. After 1963, or during the time of 1956, while our Ultimates group was in while we were in Shangri-La, Richtofen just got the Focus Stone from Shangri-La over in that little tower thing where the water comes out, if you guys remember that. And Dusty had the baby gun and shot the teleporter, which then in turn overloaded the teleporter, and when the Ultimates group finally was ready to teleport, it sent the group over into Classified Zombies, which into 1963. So it teleported them 7 years in the future. And if it was 7 years in the future, or if we were still in 1956, well, if we were in the future now, 7 years in the future, then it would make sense for this billboard to be here, because as you guys know in Alpha Omega, if you guys go to Rushmore's TVs over out of spawn, and if you guys turn right and go into the house, see all the TVs there. Rushmore said he was stuck there for more than 50 years, or around. I think he said he was stuck there for 50 years dormant because he was an AI system who controlled Edward's camp over in Alpha Omega. And if it was in 2000, if we talk about dormant for 50 years, I believe it took place in 2006, because if it was in 2013, that means it'd be 50 years from this point on right now. But I believe it could be in 2006. We're in Alpha Omega, because as you guys know, in 2025 we had the Nuketown 2025 zombies take place, and that's the same timeline as when Moon took place also, which that was Richtofen's first plan was to go to the Moon, and obviously we know that didn't happen because of how the teleporter got overloaded and sent them to Classified. So currently we're in 1963, and we have this billboard of Alpha Omega, which really none of us had a clue what this was hinting to. We just knew that it's another pyramid somewhere else. And we know that we had to get to Griffin Station because it shows what the parts that we need over here. And it only makes sense for this to be in the past, because we know when we go into the Moon, we'd end up getting these two things. So obviously we're in 1963 before we went to the Moon, which takes place in 2025, as well as the original Nuketown and Black Ops 2. Those both take place in 2025. Well, I believe Alpha Omega takes place in 2006. Because if you guys look at the 2025 version of Nuketown, it is all nuked and everything like that, which then sends the CDC going into Nuketown and seeing if we can like salvage anything. I believe that's what they did, and then another nuke hit, and only one survivor, and there was only one survivor. I forgot what the guy's name was, but in 2025, that's how we got all the messed up town and all this stuff with it, everything like that. And as you guys can see, in 2025 we had the 935 group mining over there, but then also we had the outskirts of Nuketown destroyed by the nuke, and that's why we never saw the teleporter that's over here right now. We never saw the pyramid that is in Alpha Omega, because that was destroyed by the nuke in the original map in 2025. So I believe it was in 2020. I believe it was in 2006 the map took place. Just basically, because obviously for the 1963 that we found out about Alpha Omega, we wouldn't have the billboard right now, or we wouldn't have the billboard with Alpha Omega on it. So if it was in 1963, or if it was in 1960 or 1956, and we teleported 50 years in the future, that would be 2006, and we would have confirmation about Alpha Omega. And as you guys know, in 2025, which the original Black Ops 2 map showed, we didn't have any of the pyramid in there, and that's just basically because the nuke hit the first original nuke from 2025 over at Moon, destroyed the planet and destroyed the pyramid over there. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a theory that I have. I know it's not the best theory or anything like that. Maybe it'll open up some of you guys to thinking more about the zombie storyline and how it changed and everything like that. And I don't know. So anyways, guys, I'll probably expand on this more in the same video. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching the video and stay awesome. Goodbye, everyone.